So, how many more school are going to happen before they realize that there are people like me, retired veterans out there, who are willing to guard these schools for free? We will protect the children.
No, you won't, and I'm going to tell you why. It's not because I don't believe you. I believe you and every other veteran on this app who has come up saying, I volunteer, send me, and I'll go down there and protect those kids for free. It's very noble of you all, but you all are missing the point. You're not going to go down there because I don't want you there. I don't want to have to send my kids to school in a war zone. I didn't spend all those years in uniform, go overseas and watch my friends get blown up. My wife didn't spend all those years in her uniform and go overseas and watch her friends get blown up so we could bring the war home with us. The American people deserve better than this. They don't deserve to have to send their kids somewhere where they need armed guards. They deserve for veterans like you and me to acknowledge the fact that the gun mentality in this country has gotten out of hand. If our only response to this is, well, I guess we better put armed guards there, then what the did we even serve for?
I'm going to preface this video by saying I agree, it's wild. You shouldn't have military at your schools where your children are ex-military. You shouldn't have that. I do think it's quite wild, though, that y'all collectively as Americans in your military can go overseas and bring war zones and participate in war zones. Talk about yourselves getting blown up, but not understand that them people in them countries, mostly black and brown countries, got also kids, schools, and everything. And then we'll think that you can come home and somehow y'all don't deserve the same violence that was inflicted overseas onto other people in other countries. There's a level of collective entitlement that all of you have, that for those of us that experience that violence, it blows our mind. Like, what makes a group of people think that they don't deserve the same thing they gave out? And once again, it's absolutely asinine to have military at schools. But from people in black and brown countries that have seen your military in their schools, in front of their schools, blowing up their schools, it just sounds a little bit off. Why do people think that they don't deserve what they inflict? And I have close friends in the United States military. So I know the traumas that you guys experience as military, as vets. But do y'all ever consider the traumas that you place others in? As a friend of people in the military, I just want y'all to know that. I want y'all to know that y'all collectively have inflicted trauma on many of us across the globe. In case nobody is saying that, I just want y'all to know. But yeah, children should not have military at their schools. All children, not just American children. All children, not just white children. No child anywhere deserves that.
I know a lot of people might not get this, but this is something that we, the people here on the continent and people in other brown nations, think about and talk about. How we can have foreign militaries just come into our homes, disrupt it, cause a lot of pain and destruction without a care in the world how we feel, and how their actions, because of their greed, causes us so much pain and trauma. If we look at places like the Congo, for example, the amount of pain and trauma that the Congolese have been forced to endure for the last 3 decades. It's insane. The Congo has been in shambles for decades. People have been displaced. The number of Congolese that are presently not in Congo for the singular reason that there is no peace in their home. And just when you think it can't get worse, this instability that was deliberately created has opened door to a lot of more sad things to happen to the Congolese people that are presently still in Congo. People are being trafficked. Women and children are getting arrow-warded on a daily. People have watched their family members and friends get unalived in front of them. All of this and more happens on a daily basis and has been happening for 3 decades now, just because the power that be wants what Congo has but don't want to pay to get it. A lot of trauma and pain, and right now we're using Congo as an example, but there are other countries as well on this continent, as well as outside this continent, where you find people who are of the POC category, right? You go on a platform like TikTok, for example, and you come by videos of people that are talking about the unending wars that has been going going on in their countries. One thing that always gets to me when I come by these videos is the comment section. You see people saying things like, oh, Habibi, come to Afghanistan, 40 years already. Come to South Sudan, 34 years fighting. The only thing we are scared of in Liberia is rain. Nothing can make us run again besides rain. This sound is for Christmas celebration in Sierra Leone, and the sound this person is referring to is the sound of gunshots. Somalia, please reduce noise. I want to take a nap. The noise this person is referring to is gunshots noise. Chill out. Haiti is on his way to go. Habibi, come to Congo. There are a plethora of comments like this underneath videos where people are talking about the wars in their country, and nobody should have to be living like this. But does the world care? Of course not. They are black and brown people, so nobody gives a damn what they have been going through for decades now. The cognitive dissonance that is certainly at play here that inhibits the white guy that spoke earlier, and in general people like him who are in these militaries, from seeing, understanding, and coming to the realization that the pain and trauma that they don't want for their people, they have inflicted on other people in the name of their country and in the name of their military. And this isn't me saying that the kids in the US shouldn't be protected, or that the vets or people in the military who are in the US should not do something to stand for the rights of the kids in the US. Of course, the kids in the US needs to be protected at all costs and shielded from the dangers of this world. What I am saying is the love and protection that the kids in the US deserve, kids in other nations across the world deserve the exact same thing. So the US military needs to think about that as they go about their unholy business around the world.
Listen, I don't give two squirrels fucking the tree about the United States military who volunteered, enlisted, out of the enlist, under the list. I don't give a f. It's not a flex when your participation aided and embedded and participated in the destruction of countries overseas, including mine. I don't owe y'all jack but my ass to kiss. You went on to explain your traumas and shit like that. You were talking to a war survivor from a war that y'all facilitated in the destruction of my country. So we can go PTSD to PTSD all day. Oh, and drafted? Let's draft up on documentation the hundreds of millions of lives, thousands of lives, and from my country alone, resources and land that y'all facilitated in the robbery of. That y'all owe across the globe. All of us that have fell victim to that violence, we don't owe you jack. On the accounting books, y'all are in the red. Y'all the motherfuckers in debt. And I ain't never seen nobody pick up the phone and call a debt collector when they are the ones in debt. And I'm pretty sure your ass ain't got it. So unless you come into my comment section to set up a payment plan, you're gonna want to stop playing on my phone. It's like I said, we can go PTSD to PTSD all day long. So go ahead and hang up and don't call my phone no more. Stupid ass hoe.
Big shout out to Breezy for starting up this conversation. With her being in the US and putting into consideration how the algorithm works on TikTok, a lot more Americans are going to come by this video and start to think about these things like we are thinking about it, right? I really enjoy Breezy's content, and as a matter of fact, we are mutuals on TikTok. So if you are on TikTok and you've not come by Breezy yet, you want to check her out. But yeah, guys, I want to hear your thoughts on today's video, so let's continue the conversation down below in the comment section. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Excuse me, do I need to call Murray up in this bitch? A white dad? Then who the fuck is this? Because that's my daddy, Dr. Hall. And let's be clear, not the land and nothing built is theirs. And the only reason I'm even in this country, whoever you are, is because these motherfuckers sent their military to destabilize mine, take all my shit, and I'm here to get it back. That's not unity. That's repo. And you talking about the white military? Like I said, they sent their military, and I'm here to get my shit back by any means necessary. And that's on my black daddy, Dr. Hall, my black great-great-uncle, President Edwin Barclay of Liberia, my black great-great-great-grandfather, President Arthur Barclay of Liberia. If you want to go more recent, my cousin, Reggie Ford, co-founder of the Black Panther Party. Don't ever fucking come around here and fuck around my strategy on my repo again, okay? Because when you talk about that white neighborhood, I'm going to tell you, my repo mission going really well, because that pool escapade, that settlement is going to settle. Don't fuck around my strategy ever again. And I don't know what side of the color line you fall on. Either you wasting your time and not getting your shit back, or you done added on to my repo mission because you owe me for the time I spent answering this fucking nonsense. Because we can go all the way further back to London Bourne on Barbados Island and find out who the fuck I am. And just to be clear, before you ever come to my comment section to talk any kind of nonsense or say anything to me and fuck around my strategy, you need to find out who the fuck I am. Ain't an ounce of compromise in this DNA. You understand? Know when you fucking found a root and behave accordingly before I put you as a plant in a pot and dry you out. Have a good day.